And we welcome you back to the Carter Activity Center. I'm Dustin Seymour, the Crowley Ridge College Sports Information Director, bringing you the second half of today's doubleheader between the Florida College Falcons and the Crowley Ridge Pioneers. Florida College receiving votes as Coach Chase Teichman will send out Anthony Battar, a 6'4" freshman out of Clearwater, Florida, averaging 8.6 points a game, 125 total rebounds. LaDarian Cleveland is a 5'11" sophomore out of Orlando, Florida. DJ Dokes, a 6'4" senior out of Tomball, Texas, wearing number 21. Chinedu Okonkwo, standing at 6'4", a senior out of Samaru, Nigeria. And Matt Simpson is a 6'7" junior out of Plant City, Missouri. Simpson averaging 22.7 points a game, most of those coming from deep. 73 pointers for the junior, 146 total rebounds. Okonkwo leading the team with 206 rebounds. And 14 blocks for the 6'6" senior. So Crowley's Ridge sending out Braxton Cousins, leading the team with 19.2 points a game. 6'6" freshman out of Drasco, the former Concord Pirate. Bo Roberson, again, 2 points away from his 1,000th in his career. Marion McFadden, a 6'4" sophomore out of Jonesboro. J.D. Smith, 6'1" freshman, averaging 12 points a game out of North Little Rock. And Key Roberson, 6'4" sophomore out of Tuckerman High School. So Crowley's Ridge, Braxton Cousins, Bo Roberson, Marion McFadden, J.D. Smith, and Key Roberson. Florida College, Anthony Battar, LaDarian Cleveland, DJ Dokes, Chinedu Okonkwo, and Matt Simpson. Our officials for today, Paul Moore, Michael Thressing, and Christopher Dunn. So Crowley's Ridge in their home grays, gray tops, gray trunks, white numerals, green outline on those trunks. Florida College in their black jerseys with red numerals, red Florida College straddling those numerals. So going to the center dot is Braxton Cousins and Okonkwo. As we are finalizing these last seconds to get set for this game, the receiving votes, Florida College Falcons. And we referees are ready. Crowley's Ridge will move right to left, and it is Crowley's Ridge basketball to start off the game. Bo Roberson moving right to left, finds his brother Key. Key Roberson to J.D. Smith. Smith to Marion McFadden. McFadden out to Key Roberson. Key finds Bo. Bo driving into the lane, puts up a shot, missed his shot, rebounded by Okonkwo. Okonkwo finding Simpson. Matt Simpson moves to his right side where he finds Cleveland. LaDarian, also known as Fat Cleveland, that is P-H-A-T. That is on the official roster. That's not me saying anything. As he goes to Matt Simpson, as he is anything but that, to Okonkwo. Okonkwo guarded by Cousins. Underneath there is Key Roberson, and Roberson's going to be whistled with a foul as everybody on the floor rooting for the green and white at least believe that Roberson had all ball there, but the men in the striped shirts indicates that Okonkwo is deserving of a pair of free throws. A 50% free throw shooter is the senior Nigerian. First free throw is good. So Chinedu Okonkwo draws first blood for Florida College. 19-20 left in the half, just getting started. Okonkwo's second free throw is good. So Chinedu Okonkwo, 2 for 2 from the line. Here is Bo Roberson. Roberson goes behind his back now to J.D. Smith. Smith bounce passes to Key Roberson. Now to the top of the key to Smith. Back to Bo Roberson. Bo finds Key. Key down low to Marion McFadden. McFadden tried to shake off the man. He'll find J.D. Smith pulling up for three. Yes, sir. J.D. Smith gives the Pioneers a 3-2 lead. Outside to Battar. Battar to Cleveland. Cleveland shoves off of his player, but in fair dealing. Bo Roberson comes flying in for that rebound as he finds J.D. Smith. Smith pulls up for an answering three. Short rebound is going to go right into the hands of Battar. Anthony Battar, 6'4" freshman goes to DJ Dokes, who pulls up for 3, and he'll drain it. DJ Dokes makes it 5-3. Here is J.D. Smith calling the play. Smith goes to Marion McFadden on the near wing. McFadden goes to Key Roberson at the top of the key. Key finds Smith. Smith on the far wing. Picks up his dribble, tries to find the open McFadden. Instead, he finds Key Roberson, who finds Bo. Bo goes down to Braxton Cousins. Cousins head fakes, goes way outside, passes that to Coach Teichman, and he is out of bounds. And it is Florida College ball. Great defense by the black and red. As the inbound finds LaDarren Cleveland. Cleveland stutter steps to his right side. Takes another stutter step as he'll find Okonkwo, who flushes it home. And Okonkwo slams it in to give the Falcons a 7-3 lead. Here is J.D. Smith. Smith to Key Roberson, up to Bo, to Marion McFadden. McFadden to Key Roberson. Key stutter steps to his left, hands off to Bo. Bo from the top of the key, calling for a screen, begging for a screen. Instead, he'll go down to Cousins, and Cousins will commit the charge. So Braxton Cousins tried to muscle his way home, but a little too much muscle. As Solomon Bone will come on to replace Marion McFadden. The inbound goes to Cleveland. Cleveland, between the circles, finds Okonkwo. Okonkwo hands off to Simpson, the leading scorer. Back up top to Cleveland. Cleveland's three-pointer, good. 10-3 rather. Apparently missed one of their shots. Here's Key Roberson, who finds Bo. Bo to J.D. Smith for 3. Short, rebounded by Simpson. Falcons lead it 9-3. I'll eventually get it right. Now it's 11. I am not sure what the score is. Underneath is Okonkwo. I'll have to look and see. The scoreboard in the arena is what I try to go off of. Right now our stats say it is 12-3. So it is indeed 12-3 in favor of the Falcons. Here's Bo Roberson, who pulls up for 2, short, and the rebound goes to Okonkwo. And Okonkwo lost control of it, trying to keep it in bounds. Bo Roberson, a great job, throws it off the foot of Okonkwo. So it is CRC ball. Bo Roberson's going to inbound it. Okonkwo was kind of out of bounds during that and couldn't really handle the ball. Roberson floats it to J.D. Smith. Smith bounces to his left side to Key Roberson now. Key underneath. Back to Braxton Cousins. Cousins underneath, lays it up, no good. Rebound contested. And that's going to be a foul. Actually, no. It'll be a media timeout. It looked like he said white ball on the other end, but we'll settle that after the media timeout. 15:55 left to play. Crowley's Ridge down 12-3 at the media break. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council. To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Bo Roberson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
It is indeed Florida College basketball as the Falcons lead it 12-3. With the ball is LaDarren Cleveland. Cleveland heaves it out to find Batar. Batar back to Cleveland to the left side. Good ball movement to Simpson. Simpson goes to Okonkwo off the left block. Okonkwo spins around, muscles that, no good. Rebounded by Key Roberson. Key Roberson goes out to J.D. Smith, who outlets crosses midcourt. To the top of the key to Key Roberson. Ball movement, Solomon Bone now in for Crowley Ridge. And the pass goes to the referee. And the referee's not, well, he was in play, but he is not eligible for Crowley Ridge. So he jumped out of the way, and it's a turnover. Give me the ball right to the Falcons. LaDarren Cleveland, 5'11 sophomore, heaves it down to a cutting DJ Dokes, who lays it up and in. 14-3 is the Florida College lead. J.D. Smith looks to his left to Bone. Solomon Bone finds Bo Roberson, who finds Key. Back to Bo. Bo for three. No. Rebounded by Dokes. Dokes thought about a three-pointer. Instead, he's going to float it down to Okonkwo. Okonkwo, 3-on-1, missed the shot, and then a tie-up underneath with Bo Roberson. Okonkwo gets his own rebound, going up top to find Cleveland. Cleveland to Simpson. Simpson for three. Drained it. 17-3. Florida College ahead early and a lot. Little over 5 minutes gone. Bo Roberson goes out to J.D. Smith. Smith pulls up for three. Just rattled out. The rim unkind to Crowley Ridge here in the first 5 minutes of play. Batar backing off of Solomon Bone. Batar muscles up and in. Took about 7 steps, but his shot is no good, and the pass taken by Crowley Ridge. Here is J.D. Smith. Smith tried to pass to Braxton Cousins. Instead, it's stolen by Matt Simpson. Here is Matt Simpson. And Simpson floats it to Batar, but it's stolen by Solomon Bone. Back and forth we go. I know the Australian Open just finished, but I feel like we're playing tennis right now. Solomon Bone pulls up for three. No. Okonkwo gets the board. Chinadu Okonkwo outlets to Cleveland. Cleveland for three. Why not? 20-3, and Coach Perkins has seen enough. And 13:29 left to play in the first half. Crowley Ridge trails it by 17. It is 20-3. We'll take the timeout. This is Crowley Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is Braxton Cousins, and you're listening to Crowley Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Key Roberson out to Trent McGowan now in, as is Marion McFadden. McFadden finds Bo Roberson down to B.J. Johnson. Johnson finds a cutting McFadden, but a little too much on it. It's McFadden. Cannot handle it, and it goes out of bounds. Florida College ball. Now in is Brian Chong, 6' even junior out of Temple Terrace, hometowner. Chong averaging 7.6 points a game. Outside is Anthony Batar. Batar tried to find Chong, and that was tipped by Crowley Ridge. Looked like it was over and back. Instead, here's Ray Ko. Ko, a Sydney Australian. Instead, he finds Matt Simpson, who drains the three-pointer. And it is a 20-point lead for the visiting Falcons. Out to Marion McFadden to Key Roberson, who finds Bo on the far wing. To Trent McGowan to Key. Key Roberson to Marion McFadden. McFadden tries to drive into the lane. Nearly lost control of it. Up and under, no good, but he's fouled. So Marion McFadden will head to the charity stripe after Ray Ko, 6'8" junior out of Sydney, Australia, will pick up his first personal foul. And I'll send Marion McFadden, a 69.6 free throw shooter, to the charity stripe. First free throw on the way, and it is good. Couple of newbies entering. E.J. Wynn coming in for the Falcons, as is, who was my other one? Dre Kramer. So Marion McFadden readies his second free throw. We're 7.5 minutes gone, and both free throws are good from McFadden. Here is LaDarren Cleveland. Crowley's Ridge applying man pressure. LaDarren Cleveland goes to find Wynn. E.J. Wynn to KO. KO to the left side to find Kramer. Kramer is no good. Marion McFadden with the basketball. McFadden at the top of the key. Fakes right, goes left. Euro steps underneath, misses his shot. B.J. Johnson tried to pass it. Instead, he kind of passed it to the visitors' locker room. So that it will be Florida College ball, showing why they are receiving votes in the latest poll, 22-3. Chase Teichman in his second year, assisted by Jesse Repay and Brian Doze. Coach Chris Perkins is assisted by Logan Nutt. Wynn cuts down to KO. KO shot is no good. Marion McFadden might have got a fingertip on it. Bo Roberson pulls up, finding Key. Key bounce passes to Bo, lays it up, lays it. No, that just missed. That would have been a beautiful move to get his 1,000th, but instead, Bo Roberson's going to have to wait a little bit as that rolled out, and that'll bring us to our second scheduled break with 11:37 left to play. Crowley's Ridge down to the Falcons of Florida College, 23-5. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Key Roberson, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And welcome back to the Carter Activity Center. Crowley's Ridge down 23-5 to the tourists out of Florida College. E.J. Wynn's going to inbound. Full court press put on by the Pioneers. Wynn, a 6'5 sophomore out of Winter Garden, Florida. Heaves it outside, going down low, and stepping on the baseline was Dre Kramer. So did Crowley's Ridge ball. And a couple of subs coming in. Anthony Batar re-enters for the Falcons. And Jashavius Purdue enters for the first time. Bo Roberson. Bounce passes over to B.J. Johnson. To Key Roberson, who finds Bo. Bo down to B.J. B.J. Johnson closely guarded by the Florida Falcon. Shot is up. That's no good. He got his own rebound out to McFadden. Marion McFadden tries to work around. He finds Key Roberson to McGowan down to Bo. Bo Roberson underneath. And that is going to be a shot clock violation on the Pioneers. Strong defense put on by Florida College. The inbound goes to Anthony Batar. Batar guarded by McGowan. Batar crosses over. And he dribbles right into the hands of Trent McGowan. McGowan's going to go by himself with the left hand. Missed the shot. Bo Roberson tips it up. No good. I think the hoop knows that Bo's only looking for 2 points. Well, he's looking for more than 2, but he's got a monkey on his back in the shape of a 2 right now. Spinning around are the Falcons. E.J. Wynn on the baseline going to Chong. Chong floats it up. No good. but he gets his own rebound, but then that's taken out by B.J. Johnson. B.J. Johnson to Bo Roberson, now to Key. Key head fakes, now out to B.J. Johnson. Johnson underneath, lays it up, no good. Key Roberson stripped it away. Instead, it's going to go into the hands of Bitar. Bitar tried an outlet pass, stolen by Marion McFadden. McFadden is going to back off and allow his team to gather. Bounce pass down low to B.J. Johnson. Johnson, triple team, but lays it up and in. And a timeout will be called by Florida College's Chase Teichman. And so that will be his first timeout. We'll take it with him. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball with the Pioneers down 23-7, 9:43 left.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right. They can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
Simpson with an outlet down low to Purdue. He missed his shot, but there was Braxton Cousins with the board. Here's Trent McGowan underneath. McGowan's going to throw it up with the left hand. That is good. Back-to-back buckets for the Pioneers. LaDarren Cleveland has the ball. He finds Simpson. Simpson to Brian Chong to the right side. Now to Wynn. Wynn goes back to Simpson, whose three-pointer is short. B.J. Johnson gets the board. Here's Bo Roberson. Roberson finds Johnson out to McFadden. Marion McFadden stutter steps and crosses over. Lays it up. Majorly blocked by Jadarius Purdue. Crowley's Ridge will maintain possession, and Trent McGowan, yes, sir, drains the three-pointer. That's now a 10-point lead for the Falcons. Crossing midcourt is Cleveland as he finds Chong. Chong's answering three is no good. Bo Roberson will take away the rebound. Roberson's going to go by himself, crosses midcourt on the far wing. Bo Roberson's going to go to his right side to find B.J. Johnson out to Trent McGowan. McGowan bounce pass to Roberson. Roberson to Cousins. Cousins underneath, tries to post up, head fakes. Head fakes again, floats the shot, no good. B.J. Johnson with the board, with a putback, that's good. And Coach Teichman very unhappy with what he sees and calls a second timeout in as many minutes. And with 8:08 left in the half, Crowley's Ridge cutting into the lead. It's now 23-14. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Mario McFadden, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Braxton Cousins had the rebound, but lost control of it. It's going to dribble out of bounds. So it will be Florida College ball underneath their own halo. LaDarren Cleveland will inbound. He floats it to Okonkwo. Okonkwo back to Simpson. Simpson finds Cleveland for three. No good. B.J. Johnson with the board. B.J. Johnson finds Trent McGowan. McGowan to B.J. Johnson. Bo Roberson looks to his left side to McFadden. Marion McFadden moves to his right side to Bo Roberson. Roberson calls for a screen. He'll get it. He passes to his left to McFadden. Marion McFadden goes out to Bo Roberson. Head fakes the three. Up to McGowan. McGowan's three-pointer. No. Rebounded by Braxton Cousins. Cousins finds a cutting McGowan with the hoop. No! 2 points are erased off the board as Trent McGowan had bucketed the shot, but he ran into the man in the no-fly zone underneath, and that is a charge. And so 2 points off the board, and Trent McGowan is, I would say awarded, but, well, you'll call it awarded. Awarded with a foul. Media timeout on the floor. 7:15 left before recess. Crowley Ridge down 23-14. This is Crowley Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual play dates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying 6 feet away from others to protect everyone in America land. Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is JD Smith. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And welcome back to Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. LaDarren Cleveland finds Bitar. Bitar from 15 feet. The floater is up. The floater is good. It is now 25-14. Bo Roberson has the ball. He'll find J.D. Smith. Smith goes out to Marion McFadden, back down to Smith. Smith shot is up and in. Crowley Ridge finally finding the hoop after being down 20 points. It was like 21-3 or something. Here's J.D. Smith to Bo Roberson. Roberson's going to float it to Marion McFadden. McFadden missed his layup. And then we'll have a foul on J.D. Smith. Now, that's teamwork right there, and it's just unfortunate that that didn't go in, as Bo Roberson had an open look to get his 1,000th point, but instead decided to pass it. It was just unfortunate that Marion McFadden missed the layup underneath. And so J.D. Smith stops play with the foul. Underneath it's Okonkwo. McFadden there to block the shot. And here's J.D. Smith. Smith finds Bo Roberson. Roberson to the left side to Smith. J.D. Smith. Bounce passes to Cousins. Braxton Cousins hoops it with the left hand, and good. The hook shot makes it 25-18. Bitar outlets to Cleveland. Cleveland stutter steps. Float, no good. Okonkwo with the board. Blocked by Johnson. And here come the Pioneers. Bo Roberson with the ball. Passes to Cousins. Cousins for three. No. And the rebound finds its way into the hands of DJ Dokes. This is Bitar. Bitar to the far wing to Simpson. Around the horn goes to Dokes. Dokes in the paint. Out to Cleveland. Cleveland with 10 on the timer. 5:30 in the game. Clock on the half. The bounce pass to Simpson. Simpson up and around. A good move by Matt Simpson to go around the giant frame of Braxton Cousins and make it 27-18. J.D. Smith passes to B.J. Johnson. Now to Bo Roberson. Roberson to the right side. Now out to Marion McFadden. McFadden to Roberson. Bo Roberson off the high post. Goes to the top of the key to McFadden. McFadden puts up a shot that is no good. The rebound will come to Simpson. Simpson hands it off to find Dokes. Dokes' runner is no good. Okonkwo is there to get the board, and a foul will be whistled on, I believe that would have been J.D. Smith. No, it's on Braxton Cousins. Could have been one of many folks, but it is Cousins who will pick up his second personal foul. Chinadu Okonkwo, 50% free throw shooter, made both of his free throws earlier today. Free throw is up and in. 28-18, 10-point spread. Key Roberson. J.M. Gregg returns. Gregg has been out for several games. Foot injury. Back in is the lone senior for Crowley's Ridge. Key Roberson also entering, replacing Marion McFadden and Braxton Cousins. Okonkwo's second free throw on the way. A little hesitation at the release, and it is missed. J.D. Smith looks to Key Roberson, to J.M. Gregg. Gregg on the near wing to Bo Roberson at the top of the key. J.D. Smith on the far wing. Smith has that stolen away on the pass attempt. Here's J.D. Smith underneath the layup. Good. It is now an 8-point differential. The inbound goes to find Batar. Batar finds Cleveland. Cleveland off the low post. Back up top. The three-pointer from Dokes is no good. Rebound fought for. J.M. Gregg has it. J.M. Gregg, Pioneers down by 8. He finds B.J. Johnson out to Key Roberson. Key back to Johnson. B.J. Johnson posts up against this man, spins around, goes around the world, and buckets the ball. It is a 2-possession game now. Batar, no-look pass to Okonkwo. He'll lose control of it, but Key Roberson with a little too much physicality underneath. Crowley's Ridge trying to keep possession, trying to keep momentum, but that's going to be a foul called on Key Roberson. And on the other end, we'll have free throws with 3 minutes and 47 seconds left in the half. Crowley's Ridge down by 6. It's 28-22. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Getting a flu shot helps us stay healthy, so we don't miss out on what matters. Like that family movie night your daughter can't live without. Yeah, can't do that. Every year, millions of people in the U.S. get the flu. Especially now, no one has time to miss out on moments that matter. So get your flu shot. Find out more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
This
is J.M. Gregg. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
So that foul on the floor before the media break gives the ball to Matt Simpson. Fadeaway jumper is no good. Here's Bo Roberson. Roberson goes into the lane by himself. Up, no good. B.J. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson up. Johnson's fouled. That foul called on Ray Ko. Ko picking up his second foul, putting B.J. Johnson on the line. Johnson, a 60% free throw shooter. Johnson, the former Faith Prep Warrior, puts it up, no good. 3:36 left before recess. Pioneers down by 6, 28-22. With one free throw upcoming for B.J. Johnson, freshman out of Marion, Arkansas. That is up and in. 28-23. The ball has DJ Dokes. Dokes goes way out to Batar. Batar's three-pointer, no good. And underneath, we will have a foul underneath. Rebounding violation on Ray Ko. So Ray Ko, back-to-back fouls. Gives the ball to Crowley's Ridge. That is the third foul, team foul on the Falcons. All of them on Ray Ko. Bo Roberson with the basketball. Roberson goes to J.M. Gregg, out to Trent McGowan. McGowan on the far side, drives to the lane. That's up, no good. And the rebound's going to come away to Dokes. DJ Dokes the alley and the oop. Man, LaDarian Cleveland flew in from Temple Terrace to make it a 7-point game. And it's now 30-23, 2:55 left in the half. Top of the key, now Bo Roberson on the near wing. Roberson fakes right, goes left, passes to Johnson. Johnson off the left elbow, back to Roberson. J.M. Gregg. Gregg goes to Trent McGowan. McGowan for three. Yes, sir! Trent McGowan. Now up to 8 points. Here's Simpson. Simpson finds Purdue, and Purdue lays it up and in. 26-32, Crowley's Ridge down to the visiting Falcons of Florida College. McGowan on the near wing to J.M. Gregg. Gregg to McGowan. McGowan tries to drive in, passes to Bo Roberson. Roberson from the free throw line. No, he gets his own board out to J.M. Gregg. Gregg for three. No, and he gets his own rebound. Trent McGowan for three. No. We got another offensive board? No, this time it's going to go to Simpson. Simpson puts it into second gear, flies up and in, misses his shot, and there is a foul. Not sure where the foul was. Neither do any of the Pioneers, but it was a foul, nevertheless, on J.M. Gregg. So from here, that was a shooting foul, so Simpson's going to go to the line shooting 2, but for now, any defensive foul will be 1 and 1. Simpson hits the first free throw. One more coming from the junior out of Plant City, Florida. 76.4% shooter, and he'll knock them both down, and it's now 34-26. Bo Roberson. Shot clock did not start. Having to reset the shot clock. Still trying to reset the shot clock. It's still set at 29. Inbound. Still having troubles. They had said to reset it to 26. And well, I was looking at the shot clock, and they allowed play to start again, even though the shot clock didn't change. Shot clock was set at 29. The referee indicated it should be 26, and the other referee handed the ball off and said, let's play, even though the clock never changed. Now it's at 26, and now we're back to play. Bo Roberson bounce passes to McGowan. McGowan picks up his dribble, finds B.J. Smith. Smith to Roberson, out to J.D. Smith. B.J. Johnson, that is. Here is J.D. Smith, up and under, getting the rebound and the bucket. 34-28, Crowley's Ridge down with 76 seconds left in the half. Pass goes to Anthony Batar. Batar closely guarded by Bo Roberson. To the outside is LaDarian Cleveland. Cleveland splits the defenders, and he finds Jadarin Purdue. Purdue missed his shot. Here's Bo Roberson. Bo Roberson makes his way to clear space and allows Crowley's Ridge to set up offensively. Final minute of play before the intermission. Trent McGowan head fakes his three. And the pass goes to Bo Roberson. Bo Roberson drives the baseline. Goes out to Gregg. Gregg one-touch pass to Trent McGowan. Three-pointer. Yes, sir. 3-point game. And it's now 34-31. Here is DJ Dokes. Stokes goes out to Cleveland. Cleveland tells his team to settle down. As a 20-point lead has evaporated to 3. Last seconds of play in the first act. 7 on the shot clock, 8 on the game clock. Outside and on the sideline are the Falcons. So Crowley's Ridge will have 4.4 seconds to heave up a desperation shot. Chinedu Okonkwo will come in for the last 4.4 seconds. Trent McGowan inbounds to Bo Roberson. Roberson tries to go. The clock was running, but the referee says to... No, they're saying that Crowley's Ridge had a player go out of Not really sure what that was. Maybe an inadvertent whistle of some kind. I don't know. It's one of those I need the referees to be mic'd up. Because it wasn't a clock issue. The clock was rolling, but apparently it was a clock issue. 4.4 seconds. That's what it was before the whistle was blown. It was at 4.4. They made it sound like it was a clock issue, but the clock was running. So we'll reset. Trent McGowan inbounds to Bo Roberson. Roberson tries to get to a more manageable shot. Plants for three. No, just missed the three-pointer. And that will send the teams to the locker room with Crowley's Ridge down by 3. 20 minutes in the books. It is 34-31 in favor of Florida College. We're going to take a break, and on the other side, give you halftime stats and analysis. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
What is dedication?
I am the father of a 9-year-old little girl and a 6-year-old little boy. And I find fatherhood both relentlessly challenging and relentlessly rewarding. My daughter is biological and my son is adopted. I love them both so much. From the morning when you wake up to putting them to bed at night and every moment in between, it really is so special, and boy, is it exhausting. One thing that I fear about being a parent is the future for my children. I think a parent's job is to protect our children, but also prepare them for the world so they become good, kind human beings. But I'm also hopeful that the future holds a more inclusive and compassionate world for them.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is JD Smith. You listen to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Halftime at the Ridge. Crowley's Ridge find themselves down by just 3 after trailing by a lot. I think it was 20-something at one point. Let me scroll down and try and find the differential. Crowley's Ridge did trail by as many as 20 at the 12:52 mark of the first half. Crowley's Ridge was down 23-20. Cut into that lead and now find themselves down by a very manageable 3. 34-31. Crowley's Ridge making 12 of attempted 39. 30.8% from the floor. Florida College, 12 of 36, 33.3%. From deep, Crowley's Ridge, 4 of 15. Florida College, 5 of 12 from the charity stripe. FC at 83.3. Crowley's Ridge, 3 for 4. Crowley's Ridge, 6 turnovers to Florida College's 8. But the fewer turnovers that Crowley's Ridge committed led to more points off of those turnovers. Crowley's Ridge committed 6 turnovers. Florida College capitalized for 10 points. FC gave the ball away 8 times. Crowley's Ridge only able to convert 4 points. Rebounds, Crowley's Ridge leading the rebounding battle, 25-21. Assists, Florida College with 10, Crowley's Ridge with 9. 2 blocks apiece, 5 steals for the green and black. 2 steals for the red and black. Individually, Matt Simpson leads the way for the Falcons, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Ladarian Cleveland has 8 points and 1 rebound. Chinadu Okonkwo, 7 points, 10 rebounds. So Okonkwo it's been kind of a quiet day for Okonkwo, but apparently he's putting up the numbers, 7 points, 10 rebounds. DJ Dokes has 5 points. Anthony Batar, Jashavius Purdue, both with 2. Ray Ko, EJ Wynn, Drew Kramer, and Brian Chong, each recording minutes without points. Trent McGowan leads the way for Crowley's Ridge, 11 points. In fact, leads all scores is the freshman from Murfreesboro. J.D. Smith trailing him with 9 points. B.J. Johnson has 7. And Braxton Cousins, Marion McFadden, each with 2. Bo Roberson, scoreless in the first half. Again, he doesn't want just 2, but he's got a giant 2-shaped monkey on his back, needing 2 points to break into the 1,000-point club, sitting at 998. He'll have another half to attempt that in this game. J.M. Gregg, Key, Roberson, and Solomon Bone all with minutes, but no points. So Crowley's Ridge just needs to keep up that pressure against a receiving votes team in Florida College, who sits at 22-3. A perfect 7-0 in conference play. About 10 more minutes remain in the halftime break, and then we'll be right back to action. So we're going to take an extended break here at the Ridge. We'll see you again in about 10 minutes' time. This is Crowley Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. You're listening to Crowley Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. You're listening to Crowley Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. You're listening to Crowley Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. To Crowley Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. Listening to Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. Currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. To Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily. To Crowley's Ridge College Pioneer Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network. It is currently halftime at the Ridge. We will be back momentarily.
This is BJ Johnson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And welcome back to the Carter Activity Center. Florida College will start things off, moving right to left across your screen now. We're glad that you've joined us here for game number 2 of our Double Dip. I'm Dustin Seymour, the Crowley Ridge College Sports Information Director. As the Pioneers, down by 20 early in the first half, trailing 23-20, clawed, fought, climbed their way back, and now trail the Falcons of Florida College 34-31. With another 20 minutes left to play, Crowley Ridge will hope to keep the momentum going. Slow start, but got going at the right time. As the teams making their way out onto the floor, it'll be Key Roberson, Braxton Cousins, Marion McFadden, Bo Roberson, and J.D. Smith for Crowley Ridge. Coach Teichman for the Falcons will send out DJ Dokes, Ladarian Cleveland, Chinadu Okonkwo, Matt Simpson, and Anthony Batar. So the starting 5 for both teams return to the floor as Florida College will move right to left as we're in the second half of play. Ladarian Cleveland with the basketball will pass to Okonkwo, handing off to Simpson. Simpson drives into the paint, outside now to Dokes. Dokes goes back to Batar. Batar weaving in and out of traffic, out to Cleveland. Cleveland to Simpson. Simpson's three-pointer is no good. And a foul will be called on Key Roberson. So Key Roberson will be whistled with his third personal foul. Less than 30 seconds gone in the half. And Key Roberson picks up his third personal foul. The inbound finds Ladarian Cleveland. Cleveland with the ball. Bounce passes down low to Okonkwo. Okonkwo double team. Muscles up and in. Okonkwo using all 6'6" of his frame. The senior out of Samaru, Nigeria. Marion McFadden driving into the paint. Blocked by Anthony Batar. And that's going to go out of bounds. So Crowley Ridge will reset. 21 on the timer under their own hoop. Bo Roberson will inbound. He finds McFadden. McFadden back to Roberson. Bo Roberson drifts to his left side. Now to Key Roberson. J.D. Smith with the basketball on the left wing. Key Roberson at the top of the key. Bounce pass down to Cousins. Cousins with a fadeaway. No good. Bo Roberson floats it up. Misses it. Second chance. No good, but he gets his own rebound. Out to McFadden at the top of the key. To the left side to Smith. To Key Roberson. Braxton Cousins. Cousins in the paint. Spins off of Okonkwo. Now out to McFadden. 5 on the shot clock. McFadden's floater. No good. Braxton Cousins gets the board and will reset the shot clock. But he doesn't need that extra 20 seconds. He'll just lay it in himself. 36-33. 18-25 left in the contest. The bounce pass goes to Okonkwo. Okonkwo will lower the shoulder into Bo Roberson, and Okonkwo will commit the foul. Bo Roberson with the ball. Finds Key at the top of the key. Back to Bo. Bo to Key. Back to Bo. Bounce passes to Cousins. Braxton Cousins off the low post. Cousins trying to work off of Okonkwo and does. Braxton Cousins makes it a 1-point deficit. 36-35. Crowley Ridge down by 1 to the Falcons of Florida College. Perfect 7-0 in conference play. Okonkwo lays it in. (38-35), 17.5 left to play. Marion McFadden outside to Bo Roberson. J.D. Smith plants, shoots, misses, rebounded by Cleveland. Ladarian Cleveland crosses midcourt between the circles now. Moves to his right side, crosses over, works around J.D. Smith, passes underneath to Okonkwo. Okonkwo lays it up, misses his shot, but he is fouled. And I believe that's going to be on Key Roberson. It is. And Key Roberson now with 4 fouls. And so he will exit to be replaced by B.J. Johnson. Key Roberson with 4 fouls. Just shy of 3 minutes gone in the second half. So Chinedu Okonkwo will shoot 2. First on the way. And that's no good. That's the second time that he's kind of hesitated on his release. You can see he's got a very slow, methodical release. And once he gets to the top of the pendulum, you see his hands kind of freeze up just a little bit. And both times he missed the shot. Made it that time. Not quite as much of a hesitation, but did look he locked up a little bit. 17:03 left to play. Crowley's Ridge down 39-35. McFadden lost control of it. And that's going to be stolen in Okonkwo and Batar. Whoa! Batar and Okonkwo fall on top of each other, and somehow Marion McFadden gets whistled with a foul. I honestly had no clue that that was considered a foul until I saw Coach Perkins red-faced. Because all I saw was Okonkwo and Batar on the floor, and the whistle blew. I figured it'd be just a travel violation, but instead it's going to be a foul on Marion McFadden. Didn't even know he was involved in that play. But Okonkwo, thankfully both players, what's most important, both players are still safe, and none for the worse. Okonkwo had his shot blocked. Here is McFadden. McFadden missed his shot. B.J. Johnson tries to get the board, does. Braxton Cousins open for 3. No. Rebound. Still fault 4. Bo Roberson has it. Bo Roberson up. No good. And out of bounds. Last touched by Crowley's Ridge. Bo Roberson trying for that 1,000th point. Now 0 for 9. Could have been 0 for 10. He had a couple of tip-ins there at the end. Well, I'm sure right now the only numbers Bo is worried about are the 39-35 currently on the scoreboard. Okonkwo blocked by Braxton Cousins. Crowley's Ridge defense answering when it needs to. J.D. Smith to B.J. Johnson. Now to Marion McFadden. McFadden to the top of the key to J.D. Smith. Smith wheels around to Cousins. Cousins heaves it out to Bo Roberson. Roberson guarded by Simpson. Now to McFadden. McFadden 8 on the shot clock. Out to Smith. J.D. Smith plants for 3. Yes, sir. 1-point game, 39-38. Crowley's Ridge faithful on their feet. Those who have battled this winter weather. Currently 29 degrees outside, but things are heating up here in the Carter Activity Center. Head fake by Batar going out to Cleveland, whose answering 3 is good. And you could feel the wind get sucked out of the gym with that three-pointer. Hope is not lost by any means, but never good to have an answering 3 on that comeback. Marion McFadden to Bo Roberson on the near wing. Roberson to Johnson. B.J. Johnson backs off to the left side. Here's McFadden. McFadden driving the baseline up and under. What a move by Marion McFadden. Took the started his jump from on the far side of the block, goes up, goes under, and lays it in. Keeping it inbounds are the Falcons. And here's B.J. Johnson. Pioneers down by 2. Here is J.D. Smith in the paint, flings up a wild shot. Braxton Cousins with the rebound. Cousins, offensive foul. Wow. With Crowley's Ridge down by 2 with the ball, they're going to give Braxton Cousins an offensive foul. Couple of tough calls that went Crowley's Ridge's way. By no means, bad calls, but you hear announcers say ticky-tack calls, some that could go either way. But when you got a team that's sitting at 3-18 against a team that's 22-3, and that team is down by 2, man, you hate to see the referees get involved like that. Again, not their fault; they're just doing their job. But as a fan, I'm sitting back and I'm like, man, come on. But with 14:28 left to play, still plenty of time left. Crowley's Ridge down by 2, 42-40. It'll be Florida College ball on the other side. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is JD Smith. You listen to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
14:28 left to play in this contest. Florida College with the basketball after the media break. With the basketball is Ladarian Cleveland. He looks to his right side to Chong. Chong goes up and under. He missed his shot. Here's Trent McGowan. McGowan to Bo Roberson. Bo Roberson at the top of the key. Stutter steps to the left side. J.D. Smith head fakes the three. Bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson at the free throw line had that tipped out of his hands and stolen away by Chong. Chong finds Ray Ko. Ko back to Chong on the near wing. Chong will move to his right side, finding E.J. Wynn. Wynn to Cleveland. Cleveland in the paint. Puts up a shot, missed it. He lost control of the ball in midair, but still tried to fling the shot up. Here's Bo Roberson to Marion McFadden. McFadden in the paint, up, under, not and one, but McFadden will still go to the line to shoot two. Could potentially tie the game. Marion McFadden going to the line to shoot two. The foul on E.J. Wynn, his first. Marion McFadden with a 69.6% free throw mark. Will shoot the first. Good. 1 point game. One more to come from Marion McFadden. 13:37 left. Second free throw is up, and it is no good. Simpson gets the rebound. Simpson hands off to Chong. Chong now to Cleveland to Wynn. Wynn to Cleveland between the circles to Simpson. Simpson thought about the three-pointer. He'll drive to a higher percentage, and that'll be a foul. That is whistled on Trent McGowan. McGowan will be whistled with his second violation. That'll give Ladarian Cleveland the ball. Cleveland inbounds to Ray Ko, and Ko lays it in. 41-43 is the score in favor of the visiting Falcons. J.D. Smith to the left side to Bo Roberson to Trent McGowan. McGowan with a career high 12 points. No, 11 points is McGowan. Marion McFadden, closely guarded. Finally, jump ball is called. So jump ball is called. It'll still be Crowley's Ridge ball. Trent McGowan's going to inbound. McGowan inbounds and finds Bo Roberson. Roberson out to McGowan for three. No, he gets his own rebound. And McGowan lays it up, missed the shot. B.J. Johnson underneath. Yes! B.J. Johnson makes it 44-43. A lot of contact underneath. As here is Ladarian Cleveland. Cleveland goes behind the back to Simpson. Simpson pulling up for three. Short. Rebounded by Cleveland. Cleveland double teamed. Out to Ko. Ko for three. Rattles. No good. And finally tipped in by Ladarian. No, that is, yes, Ladarian Cleveland. 46-43. Bo Roberson to J.D. Smith. Smith to the left side to Roberson. Bo Roberson out to McFadden. McFadden stutter steps on the far wing. Pulls up for three. Yes, sir! Brand new ball game. Marion McFadden's three-pointer makes it 46-all with 12 minutes left to play. Simpson going to Wynn. Wynn's answering three-pointer is good. So the teams were tied for all of 2 seconds. J.D. Smith will bounce pass to Bo Roberson, who quickly gets across the timeline and still lets the play develop. J.D. Smith on the near wing thinks about the three-pointer. Around the horn to McFadden. Ryan McFadden going down to B.J. Johnson. Johnson posts up against Ko. Behind the back block by E.J. Wynn. Didn't know that Wynn was right there, and so it is Falcon ball. Here's Cleveland. Cleveland loses his dribble to Ko at the top of the key. KO drives into the lane. Shot is up, and KO will be whistled with a charge. Great job down low by B.J. Johnson to wear the bruise. And that'll bring us to our next media break. Crowley's Ridge tied it up for all of 2 seconds. But that brings us to our next media break. It is still a close game, so if you need to go ahead and take your benzodiazepines and heart pills, whatever, now's a good time to do so. 11:15 left to play. Crowley's Ridge down by 3, 49-46. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Head coach Chris Perkins, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
And welcome back to the Pioneer Digital Network. Crowley's Ridge down 49-46. You know, the big story at the beginning of the game was Bo Roberson needing 2 points to break 1,000, but I know all of you will understand this reference, but in cricket, there's a thing known as the nervous 100. When a player's near 100 runs, they start to, get a little off. And, they might get out, but if they finally get to their century, they start just rolling, getting a ton more runs. That's what I kind of expect out of Bo Roberson right now. He's sitting at 998 points. He is currently 0-9 from the floor. I would hope, at least, that if he gets that 1,000, he'll do exactly that and explode. But, and one on the other side, as Jashavius Purdue goes flying in for the bucket, makes the points. B.J. Johnson, the deliverer of the foul. Correct, that was not Jadavius Purdue, that was Simpson. And Simpson gets the old-fashioned three-point play. It is a 4-point game. 6-point game, 52-46. Bo Roberson to the left side to Trent McGowan. McGowan down to B.J. Johnson. Johnson off the left block. Johnson goes out to McFadden. Ryan McFadden drives into the baseline, and that'll be a blocking foul. That is Jashavius Purdue. So he gets his first personal foul of the night. Coach Perkins calls his play. Trent McGowan's going to inbound under his own hoop. Well, he'll try to inbound under his own hoop. He finds Bo Roberson. Roberson at the top of the key. Backs off now. Outside to McGowan. Trent McGowan in the paint with the left hand. Yes. 52-48. Where the ball is Cleveland. DJ Dokes readying to re-enter. Down low, block. The rebound goes right back into the hands of Purdue, who lays it up and in. 54-48. Halfway through with this second act. Not shy of action. McGowan. Hands off to McFadden. McFadden up and in. 4-point game. Marion McFadden up to 10 points now, joining J.D. Smith and Trent McGowan in the 10-point game, this 10-point club this game. Brian Chong goes to Simpson, and Simpson will charge. And he knew it, too. Bo Roberson was right there to draw the charge. So, Matt Simpson commits the charge. A couple new players come in. B.J. Johnson exits to be replaced by Braxton Cousins. Coming close to free throws. Pioneers 2 fouls away from being in the bonus. One more defensive foul by Crowley's Ridge will send Florida College to the free throw line in the bonus. 2 more by FC to put Crowley's Ridge at the line. Braxton Cousins underneath. That's last touched by the Falcons. So it will remain CRC ball. 15 on the shot clock. 9:17 left to play. It's 54-50 in favor of Florida College. Trent McGowan inbounds to Bo Roberson. Out to J.D. Smith. Smith bounce pass down low to Cousins. Braxton Cousins goes around the world. Muscles up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Second chance. Yes, and one. It is 52-54. Braxton Cousins will head to the free throw line. That foul called on E.J. Wynn, his second. Old-fashioned three-point play is successful. 1-point game. LaDarren Cleveland on the far sideline to Simpson. Simpson will bounce pass down to Purdue. Outside, stolen by McGowan. Crowley's Ridge to Bo Roberson. Roberson finding J.D. Smith. Smith bounce passes to McFadden. McFadden to McGowan. McGowan floats it to Cousins. Cousins behind the back to Bo Roberson. Roberson blocked from behind, taken by E.J. Wynn. E.J. Wynn, 1-on-1. He lays it up and one. So E.J. Wynn scores the bucket, despite the foul by J.D. Smith, who gets his second. So E.J. Wynn goes to the charity stripe. 61.8 shooter is the sophomore out of Winter Garden, Florida. Free throw up, free throw good. 57-53. I would say a close game, wire to wire, but that wouldn't be exactly correct as Crowley's Ridge took a while to get started, down by 20 with 12 minutes left in the first half. And that's going to be stolen by E.J. Wynn. Wynn floats it up, and Wynn is going to be fouled by McGowan. So McGowan's going to make Wynn go to the free throw line, and McGowan went hard to the floor. So Garrett Klaus on his way. And based on his body language, it looks as though Trent McGowan accidentally popped below the belt, it seems. And so that will be quite painful. But he is up and moving, thankfully. Having to walk that off. And based on the reaction of laughter by his teammates, I would assume that that call is correct, that he was incidentally hit below the belt. And so painfully makes his way off the floor, takes a few deep breaths, and watches as E.J. Wynn misses his first free throw. So that is a good foul. Well, no fouls are good, but wiped away a layup. And it will be at most 1 point, and it is indeed 1 point. 58-53. Is the lead by the Falcons. Here's Bo Roberson. To the left side to B.J. Johnson. Johnson to J.D. Smith. Back to McFadden. McFadden driving into the lane. Out to Bo Roberson. Roberson thought about the three-pointer. Instead, he goes down low to Cousins. Cousins spins around. Fade away. No good. Okonkwo had the rebound. B.J. Johnson was right there to rip it out of his hands and lay it in. 58-55 is the score now. E.J. Wynn looks to the right side to Cleveland. Cleveland getting motion from Simpson. Now calls for a screen from Okonkwo. Receives the screen from Okonkwo. Out to Simpson. Simpson's three-pointer is nothing but the bottom of the net. It's now 61-55 after the three from Matt Simpson. Matt Simpson up to 16 points. B.J. Johnson to Marion McFadden at the top of the key. McFadden picks up a screen. Out to Roberson. To J.D. Smith. And Smith lost control of it because he was fouled. And that'll send J.D. Smith to the line for the 1-and-1. But first, we'll have our next media break. 7 minutes and 1 second left. Crowley's Ridge down by 6. It is 61-55. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now there are vaccines, and they are the first step that lets us get back to the things we miss most, like spreading the word without spreading concern, girls tripping instead of solo sipping, and talking smack with a side of mac and cheese. It's okay to have questions about COVID-19 vaccines. Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when COVID-19 vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is Mario McFadden, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
13 minutes gone in the second half of play. 7 remaining. Crowley's Ridge down by a pair of possessions, 61-55. As J.D. Smith will go to the charity stripe. That foul was whistled on E.J. Wynn. That was his third. So J.D. Smith, a 86.6% free throw shooter, will go to the charity stripe, and the single bonus front half is up and good. So we'll head to a back half. It's now 61-56. One more to come. It is on its way, and it is right down Broadway. 61-57 is the score. Crowley's Ridge down by 4 now. Cleveland at the basketball. Gets a screen from Okonkwo. Cleveland floats it out, and that's out of bounds. Crowley's Ridge ball. B.J. Johnson to do the honors for the green and gray. The inbound goes to J.D. Smith. Smith gets the call from his bench. Gets the give and go to Johnson. Here's Bo Roberson on the near wing. Roberson looks to his left side. Here's J.D. Smith. Smith to Marion McFadden. Head fakes the three, goes into the lane, puts up a floater. No good. Okonkwo had it off the top of his head. B.J. Johnson takes it now. B.J. Johnson tries to get it out, finally does, to J.D. Smith. Great job by Crowley's Ridge. 10 on the timer. Here is Marion McFadden to Bo Roberson. Roberson moves to the left side, plants, shoots, short, gets his own rebound. Bo Roberson up and in. 1,000 career points for Bo Roberson. Many congratulations to the super sophomore. It only took him 56 and change games. But Bo Roberson now 1,000 and exact change. 1,000 points, but more importantly, Crowley's Ridge now find themselves down by 2, and they've got the ball. Bo Roberson with the basketball. Roberson out to J.D. Smith. Smith to Marion McFadden. Now to B.J. Johnson. Johnson to McFadden. McFadden head fakes, goes into the lane, puts up a shot that is no good. And Okonkwo takes the rebound. But right there to get the steal was McFadden. Up, no good, and still fighting for the rebound, and that's going to go into Dokes. Pioneers find themselves down by 2. Here's Simpson. Simpson missed his first attempt, second attempt, but he was fouled on that second attempt. So Simpson will head back to the charity stripe. That foul is going to be called on Cousins, who picks up his 4th. So Matt Simpson Hits the first of two. (62-59). Second free throw on the way, and it is good. 63-59. J.D. Smith takes the ball. Smith, bounce pass down to McFadden. McFadden to Roberson at the top of the key. Roberson to the right side. Now back to Roberson. Roberson directing traffic at the top of the key, finds McFadden. Now McFadden going out. The bounce pass to Roberson. 7 on the shot clock. Have to get a shot off, do the Pioneers. Bo Roberson, stutter steps, makes the man miss. Jump shot, no good. And the rebound goes to Simpson. Simpson spins around, breaks the defense, spins around again. Goes into the lane, shot is up, and Braxton Cousins will be whistled with his 5th foul. So Cousins' day is done, the leading scorer for Crowley's Ridge. On the season, at least, Cousins had 9 points tonight. He was 4 for 11 and 7 rebounds. So Cousins will head to the bench with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. So who will getting a round of applause is the freshman. Key Roberson will replace Braxton Cousins, so Cousins will take a deserved rest. Currently, Crowley's Ridge being paced by J.D. Smith's 14 points. Trent McGowan behind him with 13. Matt Simpson at the line, shooting 2. As he missed the first one. And the double bonus are the Falcons. Missed the first, made the second. J.D. Smith takes the inbound. Smith stands between the circles. Bounce passes to Bo Roberson. Back to Smith. Bounce pass to McFadden. Out to Key Roberson. Down to Johnson. Johnson spinning around. Shot is up and in and one. Wow. B.J. Johnson was on his way to the floor. And knowing that that was a foul either way, just kind of flung it up in hopes that the referee would call it on the shot. And now he's got a chance for the and one after that found its way to the hoop. Pioneers currently down by 3, 1 to come from B.J. Johnson. Free throw is up, free throw is good. Crowley's Ridge, 2-point game. 4 minutes left to play. Cleveland to Simpson. Back to Cleveland. Cleveland pulls up for 3. No. Rebounded by DJ Dokes. Stokes tried to get a shot off, but before he got the shot, that was going to be a foul on Marion McFadden. That's his second. That'll bring us to the last scheduled media break. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left. It is still a one-possession game, 64-62. Crowley's Ridge down to Florida College. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager, Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
This is Bo Roberson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
So the crowd during the break was told of Bo Roberson's accomplishment, breaking into the 1,000-point club. So Crowley's Ridge will hope that that is not the only good point of today's game. Well, no matter what, with 3 minutes and 57 seconds against a receiving votes Florida College team where they sit now down by 3 after the free throw, it has been a good game for Crowley's Ridge. 62-65, makes it 62-66. After the Falcons go 2 for 2 from the line. Here is J.D. Smith with the basketball, moving left to right for the gray-clad Pioneers. Key Roberson, Marion McFadden to Bo Roberson on the near wing. Roberson to Key. Key back to Johnson. B.J. Johnson closely guarded by Okonkwo, going out to Bo. Bo with 8 on the shot clock. Pulls up for 3. No. B.J. Johnson with the board. Johnson out to Key. Key for 3. No, just rattled out. The roof was ready to explode. But weaving his way out of traffic is Ladarian Cleveland. Cleveland finds Dokes. Dokes plants from the left elbow. That's good. 6-point game. J.D. Smith with the ball. Bounce pass to McFadden to Key. He finds Bo. Now McFadden splits the defenders, and he loses control of the ball, and that's taken out by Cleveland. Cleveland to the right side to Dokes, back to Cleveland. Cleveland was left wide open for 3. Instead, he goes back to Dokes. Turned out to be a good decision as Dokes drains the three-pointer, and Coach Perkins doesn't want momentum to shift too much, and so he will take a timeout. He still has 2 left after that, both coaches with 2 timeouts. But we'll take it with him. 30 seconds. Crowley's Ridge down 71-62. 2:41 left. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
This is B.J. Johnson. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Going to be Crowley's Ridge ball out of the timeout. 71-62 is the score. Both teams with a 30 and 60-second timeout. Coach Chase Teichman currently has his team at a 23-2 overall, 22-3 overall record. 7-0 in conference play. Crowley's Ridge 3-18, 1-4 in league play. So J.D. Smith will inbound. Making sure the full 30 seconds have elapsed. It indeed has. So J.D. Smith will inbound as he finds Marion McFadden. Back to Smith. Pioneers down 71-62. Bo Roberson standing between the circles. Goes to his left side to McFadden. Cuts to Johnson. Bounce pass to Roberson to J.D. Smith, who plants for 3. No. McFadden with the board. Back to Smith. Smith for 3. No. Rebounded by Simpson. Simpson quickly covered up, but finally outlets to Dokes. Dokes finds Cleveland. Cleveland, 2 minutes left to go in this game. Cleveland to Simpson. Simpson and the Falcons trying to elapse the clock. And that's stolen. Here's Marion McFadden. McFadden Euro steps into the lane, up and good. 71-64, full court pressure put on by the Pioneers now. Seven-point game as Ladarian Cleveland is going to make the Pioneers come to him. And finally getting the foul whistled on Marion McFadden, the reach-in foul, which is nothing more than the stop-the-clock foul. So though there is a minute and a half left on the game clock, this will probably be a lot longer than that with the Falcons in the double bonus. So any offensive foul by CRC is going to lead to 2 free throws. First one is good, 72-64. Checking in for the Falcons is DJ Dokes, DJ Dokes was already on the floor. EJ Wynn is the returning Falcon. Second free throw is up and good. 73-64, 9-point lead for the visiting Falcons. Bo Roberson has the ball to the left side to Key. B.J. Johnson stands at the top of the key. Johnson drives into the lane. Shot is up. He is blocked by Okonkwo. That goes out of bounds, so it will stay CRC ball. Jashavius Purdue comes in. He will replace DJ Dokes. Marion McFadden will inbound. McFadden finds B.J. Johnson to Bo Roberson. Roberson to McFadden. McFadden had an open look for three, instead takes 2 steps forward. His jumper is no good, and the Pioneers have gone cold at the worst time. And that is a travel. Crowley's Ridge will have the ball. Coach Teichman and the Falcons trying to indicate that he was fouled on that, but the referees give the ball to the Pioneers. 1:03 left. Pioneers down by 9. Roberson floats it down to McFadden, posting up on the right block. McFadden up and good. And Coach Perkins will use his last 30-second timeout. He still has a 60 in his pocket. Last minute of play, 59.8 seconds. Pioneers down 73-66. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance, reminding you that when you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
This is J.M. Gregg. You're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
So Coach Perkins using his last 30-second timeout. He still has a 60 left. Coach Teichman for the Falcons with a 30 and a 60. The inbound from the Falcons will find its way into the hands of LaDarren Cleveland. Cleveland cuts it out to Dokes. Dokes to Chong. Chong quickly double-teamed, and we will have a foul whistled on. I believe they'll put it on Bo Roberson. No, they'll give it to Trent McGowan. McGowan gets his 3rd foul, putting Brian Chong at the line, and Chong has not missed a free throw this season. First free throw on the way, and it is good, and that's why Chong is in the game right now. Trying to put the game on ice, making free throws still perfect. Second free throw from Chong on the way, and it hits nothing but the bottom of the net. So Chong will exit now to be replaced by Jashavius Purdue, putting the more defensive hands on the floor. 51.7 ticks. Pioneers down by 9, 75-66. J.D. Smith moves to the right side, finding Trent McGowan. McGowan down low, bounce passes, stolen by Simpson. Simpson tries to get around Bo Roberson and finally does. Loses control of the ball, but finally collects it. Simpson closely guarded. And a timeout will be called by Coach Teichman. So that is his last 30-second. Both coaches with 1 60-second timeout left. It'll be Falcon ball, 30 seconds left to go. 75-66, Falcon lead. This is Crowley's Ridge basketball on Pioneer Digital Network.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Half a minute left to play. Chong gets the inbound, and Chong will head back to the free throw line after the foul by Marion McFadden. So Brian Chong, the 6-foot even junior out of Temple Terrace, right there beside the campus of Florida College. Free throw from Chong is up and good. So a line change by Florida College. Young's second free throw is good. So the defensive team put in is now an 11-point game for the Falcons. The inbound will go to Bo Roberson, and the clock will start as soon as he picks it up. It's currently 77-66. Marion McFadden, head fakes, now takes the two-pointer, short, and the rebound will go down and find Ray Ko, and then a foul is called on. I believe that is going to be Trent McGowan's fifth and final foul. A career day for Trent McGowan, as McGowan ends his day with 13 points, which is his high of the season, which will put Ray Ko to the charity stripe to try and put the game away. Well, with 17 seconds left, it's an 11-point differential. First free throw is up and good. 78-66. Second free throw on its way, and it as well is good. 17.7 seconds left to play. B.J. Johnson's going to let the ball roll as far as it can. 79-66 is the score. Here's Bo Roberson. Roberson pulls up for three. Yes, sir. And that will be Coach Perkins' last timeout. He uses his final timeout, which is a 60-second break, and we'll take it with him. 11.2 seconds left to go. Pioneers down 79-68. This is Crowley Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance, reminding you that when you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. Adopt Pure Love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
This is Key Roberson, and you're listening to Crowley's Ridge Basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
So that last jumper by Roberson was just two. So the score is 79-68 now. 11-point lead for the Falcons, who have the ball. Crowley's Ridge does have the possession arrow in their favor, but a large hill to climb over the last 11 seconds. The inbound goes to find now Dre Kramer, and that will be the last waning moments. A wonderful game for Crowley's Ridge. You know, when you looked at the score sheet, weren't expecting this close of a game, but it was a great game. Wire to, well, again, I say not wire to wire, but the last, half of the first half. And then the second half, a great game, but the Florida College Falcons improves their record to a 23-3 margin, 8-0 in conference play. At the telling of the final score, Crowley Ridge College falls to the Falcons of Florida College by a final score of 79-68. We're going to take a timeout. On the other side, post-game stats and analysis as Crowley Ridge, again, the telling of the final score, falls 79-68. This is Crowley Ridge basketball on the Pioneer Digital Network.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual playdates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying 6 feet away from others to protect everyone in America land. Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.